Of the NFL season, because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit cold.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. You find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason.
Here is Brayton Narveson, ready to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Jackson now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. He'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position to pull off. This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man. Downfield. It's Franklin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. 1st and 10. On play action, it's set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Looking for a tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And that's a 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8.
This is a great example of where teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And man, the play action pass just works off of that and really leads to some chunk plays.
And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now, faking the give. A throw behind his neck. Can't reel it back in. And now looking at his incompletion. 7th play of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any CD can with the push. Too strong in the middle. And get there. It's 4th down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll win the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they manage to convert. That'll keep this drive alive. Give it to the first option. That's the fullback. And now the Wolves are about half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the give, it's Hall. And the Jets are going to have what looks to be 1st and goal. He'll take this down to the 10.
That's another Jets 1st down.
Another run here with Hall. And a short pickup. Now inside the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
This time they'll look to throw. That one's knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. But a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now. Back to throw. Ball incomplete. Humphrey standing there, able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
And his passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
It is good. And the Jets are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
It's not so much that he was able to throw for over 400 yards in last week's game, Mike, but it's the fact that he made it look so easy. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like they were just up and down the field with very little resistance. And he doesn't necessarily have to repeat that type of production this week, but it certainly wouldn't hurt their chances of winning. He's somehow able to do so.
From the 33, here's second and a yard. Again, it's Henderson into the secondary at the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he will score. Right beyond Henderson. Touchdown, New England. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Good looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The extra point is up and through. And the Patriots move out to a 7-3 lead. So Narveson now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready now for their second drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to run back. Brees Hall. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Handoff, here comes Hall. With more to gas, 4 on 1st down. Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Reload! They'll go again with Hall. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, from the 43, here's 2nd and 7. He looks it up. That one complete to Watson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Gain of 4. Here we go. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop the throw. They'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him down here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down, keep the drive alive.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now they'll set it to throw. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
And that is incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Jets are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun. It's May. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Operating from the shotgun. It's May. J.D. Lawson trying to get there.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see him on 3rd down, starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. That's the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. Out of the gun, here's May. He's gonna air this one out. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Patriots. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now, Norvison for the PAT. He's got it, and the Pats will take a 14-6 lead.
14, Jets 6.
So Narveson now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out, first down and 10. The drive begins with a run. It's Hall. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run it out of the gun. And it's Hall. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. Bill look to throw. The left side. Caught by Mitchell. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one. And it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third and 11.
Ready? Oh, it's going to be followed up and taken down. They got
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. Throwing on first and 10 is May. Throwing left side, the catch is made. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
We'll go play action with May. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row and another first down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say like that. He's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he is.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Certainly one big bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack, now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. 3rd and a long way to go. To throw now. May. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Here's May. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. Big ask, and the defense turns them away. Set up to throw. And the defense doesn't let him wiggle out of that one. They force him out behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Ready. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9. 3rd down. Coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Give up the middle with Hall. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. And the Jets have a 1st down.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass. But give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. It swings this one out to Hall. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. And they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
9 yards to go.
Here we go, shot! Mikey, 18! On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. Spot at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Off the bootleg. Here's May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And Good yardage there after the getting to 1 with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33.
33-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's May. He's got it about the 8, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Narveson now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Patriots extended to a 21-6 advantage. So Narveson now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Reno! They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And the work this comes to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Patriots are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job.
And they'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds. Second down, 8 yards to go. Now May going for it all. And this will be incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete. Contact spot. No flags. It's going to be 4th down. And the Patriots ready to kick it away. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out for the 20-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. We're in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third down.
Back to throw. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. Now the Jets can use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the second quarter.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a quick over 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
To the air one more time. Incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up third and 5.
Ready, he'll look to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down.
Like, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll look to throw yet again. It's taken in, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL. Like, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch? And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Next to score, Patriots 21, Jets 13.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. On first and 10, here's May. He's found his receiver, Buche. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. On first and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up the 5 and sets up second and 5. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get 10 seconds until the break. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Out of the gun, here's May. Complete for the Anderson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. and 10. On play action, here's May. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on their NFC North rivals, the Packers. And this is Luther Burden. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Bears earn another victory and move to 9-3 on the year. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And it's the Colts tight end. This will help the old stat line. He's going to make the catch and realize, I don't think anyone's going to get me. And they don't. This is going to wind up as an 85-yard catch and run for the touchdown. This one's gone to the half. We're all tied up at 7 apiece. One more for you. Let's go to Cincinnati. The Bengals hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here's the running back for the visiting team. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Steelers with a big lead on the road at the half. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
29-yard line.
They'll run against Henderson. Everyone shook down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
30-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On second down, it's May. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
Field to Henderson, running right. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. He's ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating for the shotgun. It's May. Toss left side. Caught by his running back. It'll be 3rd. They need 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Henderson. They're going to get the conversion here. Good run to the 44, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 8.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
8-yard pickup. First down, Patriots.
Once more, it's Henderson. Ooh, well, now you see it, now you don't. Good move there, and it'll be a 6. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's May. High defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
4 yards to go.
The throw is May. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And I As the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hill look to throw. And we'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
They'll throw out of the block. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down, or simply punt or kick a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And a nice return there. The offense not to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. And we'll get a whistle, stop it. An injured Patriot. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. We'll go play action with May. Looking for the tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one's good for 29.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start. Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring him down for a loss.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. You've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
On third and long, here's May. He'll throw it left, and that's his running back. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, and he's still well short of the first down.
A gain of 15 yards brings up fourth down.
That one's on target, and it is good on the other side of midfield.
What you say, Wayne?
Field goals in NFL history. So here's Nervison following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. Over here with Hall. And he's able to push through the tackles to pick up 6. Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out the ball. Third down and 3.
to Brees Hall. A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 3.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try one for it. He's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
defensive line has to do a better job of contained rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First and 10.
34-yard line.
They will run it over center for Hall. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's taken down.
From the 33, here's second down and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now, faking the give. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. What I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback. I think he predetermined that third down throw. Even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you have to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. This is Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
26-yard line.
To throw now. May going up top. And it's brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, New England. Now, Narvison for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Pats will extend his 3rd quarter lead.
Jets 16.
So Narvison now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Brees Hall making his way back out there, and the Jets are on offense again. We'll try to establish some tempo. Start this one with 1st and 10. Again, here's Hall. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9. From 29, here's 2nd down and a yard. Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this side, and it's going to fall incomplete. It might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a 3rd down. Trying to cut Kenny Sheedy's hand with a push. Too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
And it's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
2-yard line.
The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific. And he's going to be brought down past the 45. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives him a first down. On the ground, here is Henderson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll get creative here on the jet sweep. He takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and 1. On the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Henderson out on 1st and 10. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. Left side, the catch is made. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion now. They convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Now May to the end zone, but incomplete. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have the Patriots first down. It appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and goal, New England.
Here's May. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Henderson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point is good. The Patriots will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So Narvis is out after the touchdown. Will kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They motion Pierce, the tight end. It's 1st down, and it's a call. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Throwing now from the gun. Open man downfield. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
A gain of 43 yards. That's another Jets.
He'll look to throw. Throw right
Jets' 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Y'all may scope what you're gonna have to work for.
Now face 3rd and 2.
These second half red zone opportunities are critical. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
There you see Mike Vrabel, his Patriots set for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They try to run to the clock here, and we'll start this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
That's good. Patriots, 1st down. A gain of 19 yards.
On 1st down, and the back to Henderson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's May. A throw on the move is caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can with the push. Too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 40 down. Patriots ready for the punt. And he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. Returnable from the 17. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Inside, it's Franklin. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
That's good. Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Throwing down on 1st and 10. This one is incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. Trying to at least get back to the line of scrimmage, but he doesn't do it. That's a loss of a yard and leading to 3rd down. Complete. Taken in by Franklin. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. They'll look now on 2nd and 4.
87. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
1st down.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession here in their own 6.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself in a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
There you see Mike Vrabel, his Patriots set for their next drive. And a few kneel downs to do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Henderson. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
The tackle made.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be stricken at the line of scrimmage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
So it's a road win here for the Patriots. And make that a 5th straight victory. As they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time.